Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. And so for today, I've been getting some questions regarding Boost Mobile's promotional sale. I'm not entirely sure when the sale ends, but people have been asking because Boost Mobile has this port-in special. You get an iPhone 7 for $49.99. People are wondering if it's worth getting, especially those that have never used an iPhone before. They're like, should I get it? Should I go for a more newer one? And let me tell you guys right now, the iPhone 7, while it is an older device, and it has the older form factor of an iPhone, it's not bad at all. As a matter of fact, if you're wanting to try out iOS for the first time and you don't want to spend a lot of money, you're switching over to Boost Mobile, and definitely I would say take advantage of that and go for the iPhone 7. Nothing wrong with the iPhone 7 whatsoever. If you guys know iPhones, have been keeping up with it. Incremental differences between each generation, but nothing too drastic, as I have the iPhone 6s here for reference. But the iPhone 7, in my opinion, would be actually a good option at $49.99. I believe the option you get with Boost Mobile for $49.99 port-in is the 32 gig model. Now, people will be like, well, it's only 32 gigs. I don't have enough storage or whatever. Let me tell you guys, if you guys can see my screen right now, how many apps that I have and the services that I use here, and I'm only using about 13.6 gigs. So yes, while it's not like 64 gigs, 128 or 256 gigs, 32, it should suffice for basic things that you would do. Even just social media like Facebook, Instagram, and things like that, you'll be able to have that on here. Take a couple of videos, and of course I utilize iCloud storage. I have only the 50 gig plan for iCloud, so a lot of my videos and stuff back up there. Not a huge deal. Plus I use Google Photos to back up high-res photos as well. So the display of the iPhone 7 is really good. Outside in the sun, I can see the display, no problems at all whatsoever. So I don't ever have to complain about that or do this to try and see the screen. It's pretty bright. It's not true tone display like the iPhone 8s and above, but to me, the screen still looks pretty dang good. Greens are greens, blues are blues, reds are reds, so I'm not gonna look at this with a microscope or something like that to look at pixelations and things like that, obviously. And I'm pretty good at seeing pixelation on displays. Let me just tell you guys, the iPhone 7's display, I don't see a lot of those jaggies at the edges of the app icons or anything like that, which I would see on a very low res display. So even though it's not true tone display and things like that, it's a pretty solid display. For it only having 2 gigs of RAM, this thing is pretty smooth. I can go into my news feed, and there's a little bit of jank. You really gotta look close, but that's a lot smoother than even some Android devices that I've used before. It's just smooth. Now, it's not 90 hertz refresh or 120 hertz refresh. It's 60, but it's still smooth. Not a problem at all whatsoever. So you guys will be amazed just on how much RAM this has, which is only 2 gigs of RAM. Yet it's able to be this smooth going in and out of apps. Obviously, you can go through various different applications, and if you guys can see how many I had in background, and it was still that smooth. With some Android devices, you can have that many apps open and it starts to bog down the phone. Basically, memory management on the iPhone 7 is actually pretty good. So cameras is actually a pretty good thing here too, and I do have the Pixel 3, so when people are like, how could you tell the pictures are so good? Well, I have the Pixel 3, and the Pixel 3 takes some very solid still shots, and I compared photos from the iPhone 7 to my Pixel 3 on my Instagram, and people were choosing the iPhone 7 photo as the Pixel 3 photo. And that's how good the cameras are on here. Even though it's an older phone, it still takes pretty good photos. But where the iPhone 7's strengths are with camera quality basically has to do with video. And video is actually pretty good. I mean, if you're looking at the videos for this video is shot with the iPhone SE in 1080p, full 60 frames per second. And the iPhone 7 can shoot in that as well. So video with the iPhone 7 is actually pretty good. So if you like to vlog, if you like to just record video clips for your Facebook page or whatnot, you're gonna get some really good video shots with the iPhone 7. Audio off this thing is actually pretty good itself. I love the way how it's really balanced with the audio. Both the top earpiece area is also a speaker, and then the bottom is another bottom firing speaker, and you have your microphone off to the left down here. So even though you have these these hole punches here and here, speaker, mic area, and then another speaker slash earpiece for phone calls. But like the bass, the mids, the highs are well balanced, so you hear some bass out of these speakers, but it's not overbearing where it's like really like bumping and vibrating the back. Kind of like what my Pixel 3 does when I have the audios up. You can kind of feel the sound vibrations from the back of the phone. You don't feel that with the iPhone 7, but what you do get is some really nice sounds out of it. So I got to give it to them, and this is an older device again. And if you go to Boost Mobile and port in, you get this for $49.99. One thing I will tell you guys, if you do get the iPhone 7, get a case. This back is very slick, okay? I do have a case myself. I have a little Snapchat case from the Snap store that I ordered for it. This fits both the 6S and the 7 and the 8. So you can use an iPhone 8 within this case too as well. But yeah, this back is very slick. A few times I almost nearly dropped it, so I'm glad I got a case for it. I had another case that my friend sent with this phone because I got this phone from my friend, and I use that from time to time too. But snap case for it, not bad at all. Just in general, getting this phone for $49.99 is actually a pretty good deal. Even though it's a 32 gig model, it's actually a pretty good deal because I am finding used iPhone 7s, 32 gig storage, being sold used for $160. Some of them even going for like $200. I've seen iPhone 7s that are like I think the 128, I think 128 or 256, forgot which version. But it's a very high storage capacity, and those things are still going for like $300, okay? So if you can get an iPhone 7 by switching over to Boost Mobile for $50, it's actually still a pretty good deal. And actually right now, you might want to check in your Boost Mobile stores, as I was looking here on OfferUp. This is where I look to find deals on phones. But in my area at a local shop, they have a deal going on. Let me see if I can find it here. Where are you? I should have tagged it. There was a deal where no, that's not it. But like if you got, I'm gonna pick up only. I think that's what I selected. I'm trying to find it for you guys here before I end this video. But where is it? It was basically, there it is. Found it. All right, so right now in the local shop in my area, they have this deal going on. iPhone 7 BOGO $30. Okay, so basically, if you go and sign up with Boost Mobile right now in store, you can get an iPhone 7 for $30, but you can also get a second iPhone at the same price. So it says second iPhone. I'm not sure if it's iPhone 7 or if it's like an iPhone 6S. I'm assuming it's an iPhone 7 because it's buy one get one. So if you get an iPhone 7 for $30 for signing up with Boost Mobile, you can get the second iPhone 7 for $30. That's $60 for two iPhone 7s. That's actually a pretty good deal. And what this person is saying who works at the shop is that it doesn't need to be ported over. So you don't need to port a number over to get that deal. So you might want to check with your local Boost Mobile stores in your area, see if they're running the same promotion. Let me just kind of like zoom in here. So maybe if you guys want to refer back to this video and pause, they can read everything that's being said right there. So yeah, and it is a Boost Mobile shop. But there you have it, and you can see a little banner back there, iPhone 7 just for you, $29.99. So yeah, if you even go with the BOGO deal, that's actually a pretty sweet deal, getting two of these for $60. That's not bad at all. But anyways, guys, that's pretty much it for this video. If you guys enjoyed today's video, let me know by smashing that like button. If you guys just subscribed, I really appreciate that. Hit the bell icon to be notified when I upload another video. Last thing I want to say real quick before I end this video, though, is that the craziest thing about the iPhone 7 is that the fingerprint sensor is not an actual button, okay? It's a capacitive button. When you push on it, you feel this little click. It's not actually being pushed in like the iPhone 6S has this click. The iPhone 7 doesn't, but you get that haptic feedback. That's actually pretty cool. So you don't have to worry about an actual physically damaged button like some of the iPhone 6Ss have gone through. Just wanted to point that out real quick. But anyways, guys, okay, that's it for right now. Let me let you guys go. Thanks for watching, and as always, aloha.